At some point in their cycling journey, almost everyone thinks to themselves, how can I get faster? Whether you're new to cycling and want to find out how to make your ride even better, or you're an experienced cyclist and want to squeeze out that last little bit of performance, we've got a list of things that will not only make you quicker, but also make you enjoy cycling even more. We've selected the upgrades and changes you can make that have the biggest impact without breaking the bank or having to go out and buy a new bike. Make sure you're subscribed to our channel, and without further ado, here are our top bang for buck upgrades for cycling. First of all, let's look at the statistics. If you're thinking about upgrading your bike, for many people the first thought that crosses their mind is, I need to make my bike lighter. But if you dive deep into the performance analysis, you'll actually find out that weight is a factor that can be almost neglected if other parts of the bike or rider aren't optimized first. To get a 1% speed increase, your bike would have to be more than 2.5 kg lighter. And be honest, you're probably not going to Alpe d'Huez every morning on your commute, so those expensive weight weenie parts probably aren't worth it. It gets far more interesting, and most of the time cheaper, if you look into aerodynamics, rolling resistance and training. Our first upgrade we would recommend are the tires. Rolling resistance plays a huge role in how fast you go, and compared to other bike parts, tires are relatively affordable. But take into consideration that not all tires are created equal. While spending more on tires will probably get you more premium materials and watts saved, you definitely have to think about the surfaces you will be riding on when choosing a tire. Skinnier tires and higher pressures aren't always the way to go. If the road surfaces are less than ideal, your tires have to compensate for that, so lower pressures, wider tires or a different profile can be valuable changes in terms of speed and comfort. The Continental Grand Prix 5000 STR probably is one of the best road bike tires out there, giving you huge rolling resistance savings. For the gravel cyclists out there, check out the Schwalbe G1 RS, which is one of the fastest gravel tires. But there are many online resources like Cyclist tire pressure calculator or bicyclerollingresistance.com, which both offer great guidance when choosing the perfect tire and tire pressure for your specific situation. Making sure that the pressure is correct before you head out on a ride is also important, because bike tires tend to lose air pressure over time. Staying in the same region, what's inside your tires can also make a huge difference. Many cyclists use standard butyl tubes, which are reliable, but definitely not the quickest option. Latex and TPU tubes are great alternatives. Latex tubes have lower rolling resistance with a little bit less weight and better puncture protection. A possible drawback is that they lose air much quicker than TPU and butyl tubes. TPU tubes also have lower rolling resistance and are lighter than butyl or latex tubes. The only drawback is their relatively high price, but depending on which one you get, you can save around 170 grams. A great example for fast latex tubes are the Vittoria latex tubes, and the Schwalbe Aerothan tubes are one of the best TPU tubes. Going tubeless is also a great option. Not only does tubeless outperform standard butyl tubes in terms of rolling resistance, but it also offers a greater deal of puncture protection, giving you some extra peace of mind. When going tubeless, your tire and tire pressure choice play the biggest role in terms of rolling resistance. A lot of power savings can also be made by being more aerodynamic on the bike while also staying comfortable. Probably the easiest way to find your optimal bike position would be a professional bike fit. A bike fitter will adjust your bike according to your needs, making you more comfortable and probably faster at the same time. For example, when choosing a saddle, you should find a model that you can sit on for many hours rather than something super lightweight giving you saddle sores after every ride. A professional bike fitting might not be the most budget-friendly bang for your buck upgrade, with costs ranging from 200 to 250 euros depending on your location. However, it's undoubtedly the most game-changing upgrade you can make. One of the areas that is also looked at when doing a bike fit is the cockpit. Especially the handlebars can change a lot about how your bike feels, but also how aerodynamic your position is. Generally, the way to go are handlebars that are roughly as wide as your shoulders, for a good compromise between speed and comfort. Handlebar reach and the shape of your drops are often forgotten, but can really change how they and your position on the bike feels. In terms of comfort, handlebar tape is also pretty important. You should aim to adjust your handlebar tape's thickness to the road surface you're usually riding on, similar to how you pick your tires. So if you want more shock absorption, maybe go for something thicker than 3 mm. If you want to really feel the road surface, something around 2.5 mm or even 2 mm is a better option for you. A great value option is the Zip Service Course bar tape, costing around 18 euros. They are on the thicker end, being 3.5 mm, but they are very comfortable, durable, easy to wrap and provide great grip and control. A proper bike cleaning routine can feel annoying, but cleaning your bike does way more than just making it look pretty in photos. In terms of speed, especially a clean drivetrain can give you some extra watts compared to a dirty one. The more dirt and grime there is on your chain, cassette, chokey wheels and so on, the more power loss you will experience. So always keep your drivetrain as clean as possible while lubing it properly as well. A clean bike also lasts longer because all the dirt from the road can't work its way into all the expensive components and bearings on your bike, quickly wearing them out. Staying on the topic of drivetrain efficiency, shifting is often overlooked. Shifting properly has similar effects to keeping your drivetrain clean. It will make the drivetrain run more efficient and last longer. A good way to find out if your shifting optimizes drivetrain efficiency is to look at the chain line. Make sure your chain is running more or less straight to avoid unnecessary wear. Of course, this only applies to 2x setups. When running 1x, you can't really optimize that much. But still, a part of shifting correctly is also keeping track of your cadence and choosing your gears wisely. Too low and you will quickly find your muscles fatigued, too high and you'll be spinning like a maniac. A proper training plan is probably the single most important tool to making you faster. You don't need an expensive personal trainer to train properly. There are great free resources out there that give you insights into how to structure your training, which sessions to do and when, etc. Referring to the same statistics as before, a 1% speed increase can also be achieved by a 2% power increase, which seems pretty doable, especially at a beginner level. Incorporated into your training plan should also be some form of strength and conditioning. First, because it can prevent injuries, and second, because with proper core stability, you can tolerate far more aerodynamic positions on your bike, giving you extra speed as well. Check out our video about stability and mobility training here. You've probably bought cycling kit before or are thinking about doing it. The next time you're buying fresh kit, maybe think about choosing the more aerodynamic option. You don't need to spend tons of money on wind tunnel tested fancy aero skin suits. Sometimes choosing to size down or picking a brand that fits your proportions can make a big difference. Imagine your baggy kit like a parachute. All the wind gets caught in the wrinkles and loose parts of your jersey, essentially slowing you down. Again, it's not about spending tons of money on the fanciest kit, it's about choosing the best fitting option you can afford, which aren't even more expensive than the ones you would have bought anyways. So that's it with our top bang for your buck upgrades. We think that almost everyone can get something out of this video, even if you're already an experienced cyclist. Make sure to watch our videos on the topics we talked about in this video for more in-depth information. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe. Until next time, catch you out on the roads.